We're so happy to see you all. Thank you for coming. The actors are very excited. We had a lovely performance this afternoon, and we're looking forward to giving you a wonderful show this evening. The children they've really done an amazing job learning how to tell a rather complex and challenging story. So we're very much looking forward to it, and I know that all of you students sitting over here in this row, look at me, I know that you are going to be excellent audience members. Normally, I would not let you sit this close. All right? I'm trusting you. No phones. Nobody moves. And you are completely supportive of your classmates. Got me? They need that from you. I trust you. All right, relax, enjoy the show, and welcome to A Wrinkle in Time.
It is time.
What's it? Tempest fugit, for heaven's sake. Time flies by.
Oh, but I wish there was no wind. It is so difficult to manage in these clothes.
Nothing deters a good man from doing what is honorable. Seneca.
Yes, of course, Sue, I know. All I'm saying is that the clothes...
All right, girls, we haven't got all the time in the world.
She's right, which is always right.
Let us begin.
It was a dark and stormy night.
In her attic bedroom, Margaret Murry sat on her bed and watched the trees toss in the frenzied lashing of the wind.
I hate this weather. It's the worst it's ever been. It's going to blow the house down. I'm sure of it, or at least the roof. It's a hurricane, and it's going to blow the roof off. I'm going to be tossed out into the wild night sky, and no one will know because they're all asleep. I hate this attic. I hate everything. It's not just the weather. It's the weather on top of me, on top of Meg Murry doing everything all wrong.
It's all wrong. Really, Meg. I don't understand how a child with parents as brilliant as yours are supposed to be can be such a poor student.
Who cares about stupid school anyhow?
If you don't manage to do a little better, you'll have to stay back a year. I realize that there may be some trouble at home, but...
Why do they always bring up my family?
Hey, Megatron, what's up with your baby brother?
Shut up, Chris.
He can't even talk yet.
So what do you care?
He's like retarded, right?
Don't say that. Take it back.
Or what? What are you gonna do about it?
Miss Murry, in my office again. Fighting this time?
It's not my fault.
You know you can't beat up everyone who makes remarks about your little brother.
I can try.
Do you enjoy being the most belligerent and uncooperative child in the school?
Really, Meg?
How are things at home? Are you...
Everything's fine at home.
More stamps today? Your poor mother. Still writing those letters to your father, isn't she?
Perhaps I should talk to your mother.
I know it must be hard on you to have your father away.
It's been what? Almost a year?
Have you had any news from him lately?
10 months and 2 weeks. Isn't that right?
Margaret, don't you think you'd make a better adjustment to, like, if you faced facts?
I wish your poor mother would just face facts.
If you just face the facts of the situation.
Why don't you face facts about your father?
Leave my father out of it.
Meg, don't worry about Charles.
But,
There's nothing wrong with him.
I know, I just don't want him to be dumb like me.
Oh, Meg, you're not dumb. Your development has to go at its own pace. It just doesn't happen to be the normal pace.
Yes, but how do you know? You just have to believe I'm not dumb because you're my father. Right? Right? I'll make myself some cocoa. That'll cheer me up, and if the roof blows off, at least I won't go with it. Fortinbras, hush! You wake up the
Whole house?
Charles Wallace. Don't do that.
Do what? Wait for you?
Why didn't you come up to the attic? I've been scared stiff.
Too windy up in that attic of yours. I knew you'd be down.
You did?
You want some cocoa, right? I have it ready. It's hot but not scalding, just like you like it.
Charles,
What?
how did you know I'd be down and want some cocoa?
I can't quite explain it. You tell me, that's all. Everything about you tells me.
You mean you read my mind?
I don't think it's that. It's being able to understand a sort of language if I concentrate very hard. It's like understanding the wind talking to the trees.
Okay, just don't tell anyone you could do that, all right?
Could you check the stove? I don't want the milk to burn.
You've got more milk on? Why?
I thought Mother might like some
Might like some what?
cocoa. I've put on some milk. Mother's ready for her cocoa, Meg.
That would be lovely, but not so loud, please. That is, unless you want the twins downstairs too.
Let's be exclusive. That's my new word of the day. Exclusive. Impressive, isn't it?
Prodigious. Thank you, Meg. Oh, let me look at that bruise.
It's fine.
Come here.
I don't like my hair. I should just cut it all off.
Hush, Meg. Hold still. You don't know the meaning of moderation, do you? A happy medium is something I wonder if you'll ever learn. That's a nasty bruise the Henderson girl gave you.
It's prodigious.
By the way, her mother called up to complain about how badly you'd hurt her. I told her that since she's such a bully, I was the one who ought to be doing the complaining. But she seemed to think it was all your fault.
No matter what happens, people think it's my fault. It's been an awful week. I'm full of bad feeling.
Do you know why? Meg?
No, it's just, I hate being an oddball. I try to pretend I'm not, but it isn't any help.
You're much too straightforward to be able to pretend to be what you aren't. I'm sorry, Meglet. Maybe if your father were here. I think you're just going to have to give yourself some time. Then things will be easier for you. That isn't much help right now, is it?
Meg, I think I'll talk to Mrs. Whatsit about you.
What's it stand for?
That's her name. You know that old house back in the woods that's supposed to be haunted? That's where Mrs. Whatsit and her two friends live.
Why didn't you tell me about them before? You know you're not supposed to go off our property without permission.
I know. That's one of the reasons I didn't tell you. I wanted to be exclusive about them for a little while.
I don't like this wind. The house is going to blow down.
This house has to hold up for almost 200 years, Meg. I think it will last a little longer. What's Fort barking at?
He was barking before, too. It's the tramp. I'm sure it's the tramp.
A tramp?
What tramp?
They were saying at the post office this afternoon that the tramp stole all Mrs. Bunkum's sheets.
We better sit on the pillowcases then. Besides, I don't think even a tramp would be out on a night like this. Let me go see.
I'll come with you.
No, Meg. You stay here until I... Oh,
Mother!
my!
Mother!
Ooh, what a sweet doggy. Labrador, isn't it?
It's all right, Meg. This is...
Mrs. Whatsit, what are you doing here at this time of night?
Now don't you be worried, my darling.
Mrs. Whatsit says she lost her way.
It isn't so much that I lost my way as I got blown off course. And when I realized I was at dear little Charles Wallace's house, I just had to stop in and rest a bit before proceeding on my way.
How did you know this was Charles Wallace's house?
Oh, by the smell.
The smell?
My, but it's lovely and it's so warm in here. I've only been in the neighborhood a short time, and I didn't think I was going to like any of the neighbors until dear little Charles popped by.
Would you care for some hot chocolate?
Charmed, I'm sure.
Please have a seat.
Mrs. Whatsit, why did you take all of Miss Buncombe's sheets?
Well, I needed them, Charles dear.
You took them?
You must return them at once.
Well, I can't, Charles dear. I've used them.
Here you are.
Thank you, my dear. Charles, tell your sister I'm all right. Tell her my intentions are good.
The road to hell is paved with good intentions.
My, but isn't he cunning? Who would love that quote?
Who?
Exactly. Do you mind if I take off my boots?
Not at all.
My feet are ever so wet. The trouble is my boots are a mite too tight, and I can never take them off by myself.
I'll help you.
Oh, you are not strong enough.
I'll help. Let me get that for you. Better grab a bucket, Meg. I'm afraid there might be quite a bit of water in there.
Oh, there is. I assure you.
Why don't you stand till morning? It's much too wild a night to travel in.
Oh, but wild nights are my glory.
Well, at least until your socks are dry.
What socks don't bother me. I just don't like the water squishing around my boots. Don't worry about me, Lamb. I'll just be on my way as soon as this boot...
Miss Whatsit, are you all right?
If you have some liniment, I'll put it on my dignity. I think it's sprained.
Let me help you.
By the way, Pet, speaking of ways, there is such a thing as a tesseract.
What did you just say?
I said that there is such a thing as a tesseract. Thanks for the cocoa. Ta-ta!
Mrs. Whatsit, wait.
What did you say, Mother?
Tesseract.
Mrs.
Mother.
Whatsit says goodbye.
Oh, heavens, it's late. Meg, you'll never get up tomorrow morning. Both of you had better get to bed.
But Mother...
I'll tuck you in.
I'm perfectly capable of getting to bed on my own. Good night, Mother.
Mother, what's the matter?
It's your father. I miss him very much.
But what does Mrs. Whatsit have to do with Father?
Your father and I used to have a joke about tesseracts.
What is a tesseract?
It's a concept. But you see, I only talked about tesseracts with your father. Scientist to scientist. And Mrs. Whatsit seemed to know about it.
So all of this has something to do with Father?
It would seem so.
But how?
I don't understand it any more than you, Meg, but I've learned you don't have to understand things for them to be.
Yeah, I want to understand things, like Charles Wallace.
You mean how he seems to be able to see into other people? Well, he's different.
Different how? He doesn't look any different than anybody else.
People are more than just the way they look.
Yeah, I know, I guess. I'll just have to accept it without understanding it.
Yeah. Off to bed now, Meglet. Good night.
Good night, Mother. He'll be back, Mother. He'll be back.
Margaret Murry, creating a disturbance during social studies. Teacher, noted lack of attention.
She couldn't concentrate on the lecture. Her eyes were barely open.
And cited behavioral issues such as insubordination.
When asked to name the principal imports and exports of Nicaragua, she could not remember a single one.
Who cares about the imports and exports of Nicaragua anyhow?
For her rudeness, Margaret was sent to the principal. Again. Ah, Miss Murry, shall we have another talk?
Great, another horrible day.
Come on, Meg. Let's go.
Where?
I thought we better go see Mrs. Whatsit.
Oh, why, Charles? You know how Mother feels about us walking through those woods.
Mother's in the lab. She won't even notice we're gone. Come on, I want to find out more about that tesseract thing. Didn't you see how it upset Mother? You know that when she lets us see that she's upset, it's something big.
Okay, but not for long.
School awful again today?
Yeah, I got sent to Mr. Jenkins. He made...
Comments about Father. I know.
Charles?
I can't help it. You tell me, you see, sort of inadvertently.
Inadvertently?
That's a good word, isn't it? I got Mother to look it up in the dictionary for me yesterday. I really must learn to read, except I'm afraid it will make things awfully hard next year when I start school if I already know things.
Yeah.
Wait. Somebody's here.
Where? I don't see anyone.
Following us, I think. Whoever's out there, stop hiding. Come out. Show yourself.
Oh, I wasn't hiding.
Calvin O'Keefe?
You're two of the Murry kids, aren't you?
Who is he, Meg?
He's a couple of grades above me. Let's go, Charles.
What are you doing here?
This isn't your property, is it? What are you doing here?
Tell me about him.
What would I know about him? He's good in school, popular.
We shouldn't hold that too much against him. What else?
I don't know, he's on the basketball team?
Just because I'm tall.
Well, tell us why you're here.
What is this, the third degree? Aren't you the one who's supposed to be the moron?
Hey.
That's right, and if you want to know why we're here, you'll have to talk first.
Okay, I just came to get away from my family.
What kind of family?
It's, complicated. There's a lot of us. I'm the third from the top of 11 kids. I'm a sport.
So am I.
Not like in baseball.
I know.
I mean like in biology.
A change in genes resulting in the appearance and the offspring of a character which is not present in the parents, but which is potentially transmissible to its offspring.
I was told you couldn't talk.
Thinking I'm a moron gives people something to feel smug about. Why should I disillusion them?
Well, you're the strangest moron I've ever met.
Come on, let's get going. Mother's going to wonder where we are.
So where are you going?
You still haven't told us why you're here.
I told you.
The truth.
Okay. Sometimes I get a feeling about things. It's called compulsion. Do you know what a compulsion?
Constraint. Obligation. Because one is compelled. Not a very good definition, but it's the concise Oxford.
Okay. Anyway, when I get this feeling, this compulsion, I always do what it tells me. And today I got this feeling that I had
you had to come over to the haunted house.
Exactly. So what do you think of that?
I believe you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd like to trust you. We're going to the haunted house too. Let's take him to see Mrs. Whatsit. If he's not okay, she'll know.
What? Who?
It's hard to explain.
Are you coming?
Do you want to come?
Why not? Lead on, moron. Joking. So, Meg, do you get these feelings too?
No,
Meg has it tough. She's not really one thing or the other.
What do you mean I'm not one thing or the other?
Oh, Meg.
Don't oh Meg me, I'm still your big sister. What was that?
I guess we've arrived. Whoa. This place is a lot more haunted than the last time I was here.
Was that a rat?
They get a lot of fun out of using all the typical props. Boo! Miss Who, please take off that sheet.
Hello, Charles.
What are you doing? And why have you taken all of this bunkum sheets?
The heart has its reasons whereof reason knows nothing. Pascal.
But that's not appropriate at all.
Your mother would find it so.
We're not talking about my mother.
Oh, well, ghosts, of course, if we need to frighten anyone. Not you, my pets. I'm sorry.
Miss Who, do you know this boy?
Good evening, ma'am. I didn't quite catch your name.
Miss Who will do. Not my idea, Charzy, but a good one he is.
Where's Mrs. Whatsit?
Busy inside. The time has come, the walrus said. Oh, Charzy, getting your time. He's a good man, but now needs our help.
Who?
Little Megsy, lovely to meet. Your father, of course. Now go. Go home, eat, rest. Feed this one up. Faith is a sister of justice. Trust in us. Off, go, shoo.
Charles?
I don't understand really either. Not quite. Let's not talk about it until we've had something to eat. I need fuel so I can sort things out. I think you'd better come home with us and have dinner.
You can't just go inviting people over.
Why? Mother always makes more than enough food. Do you like stew?
She probably burned it.
She gets preoccupied with her science experiments.
He's not going to want to come over to our house. Or do you? Do you get feelings about dinner too?
As a matter of fact, I do. I have the funniest feeling. I've never even seen your house before, but it's like, for the first time in my life, I'm going home.
Okay.
Stew it is.
Mother?
We're home. I'm in here. Wipe your feet. Stew for dinner. Don't tell the twins I'm cooking in the lab. They were suspicious that a few chemicals may get mixed in with the meat.
Smells super, Mother. This is Calvin O'Keefe. Is there enough for him too?
Oh, hi, Kevin. Of course he's welcome to stay for dinner. Will that be all right with your parents?
Yeah, I don't think they'll even notice.
There's a lot of O'Keefe kids.
Oh, well, we're glad we get to borrow one of them.
Fuel. I need fuel.
Apple's on the counter. Dinner soon.
So, is everyone a genius around here or what?
No, I'm the dumb one.
Meg, ask her about something you're learning in science.
Mrs. Murry, that wouldn't be fair. I'm a few years ahead of her.
Go ahead.
Okay. What's E equals mc squared?
Einstein's equation, of course.
And what's the E stand for?
Energy.
M.
Mass.
C.
The square root of light and velocity of centimeters per second. This is...
Now try math.
Okay, what's the square root of 5?
This is silly. Let's stop. 2.236.
Hey,
See?
impressive.
It's not.
To me it is.
The trouble with Meg and math is that she learned far too many shortcuts from her father. Then when they ask her to do it the long way, she sets a fine mental block for herself. She can be quite stubborn.
Mother.
It's true. Now let me finish up in here. Then I can get supper on the table. Why don't you show Calvin the garden? I'm nearly done.
Do you want to see the garden?
Sure.
I'm glad you're here, Calvin.
Me too. Believe me. After you.
So, we've got corn over there and the last of the green beans. And this is the twins' garden. They take care of it mostly. And orchids back there. And why are you looking so goofy?
Oh. Am I? I can't help it. You know what being here is like? I don't know. I'm not alone anymore.
But you're never alone. You play basketball, you're good in school, everybody likes you.
For all the most unimportant reasons, that's not really me. I haven't had anyone I could talk to. Here, I feel differently.
You do?
Yeah. Meg, maybe we weren't meant to meet before this. I mean, I knew who you were in school, but I didn't know you. I'm glad we've met now, Meg. We're gonna be friends, you know.
Me too. This is all so weird.
I know. So, what's going on with your dad?
What?
I mean, that woman we talked to at the haunted house. She was talking about your father, right? All this has to do with him?
I don't know what she was saying.
But you know more than I do. Where is your dad? He's supposed to be a physicist, right? And he's supposed to have run off with some other woman, right?
It's not true.
I didn't say believed it, did I?
My father works for the government. He's on a classified mission. We haven't heard from him, and they won't tell us where he is, all right?
Sorry.
Okay, break it up, you two. I wasn't spying, but this is it.
This is what?
We're going.
Going where?
I'm not sure, but I think it's to find Father.
What was that?
It's Mrs. Witch.
I do not think I will materialize completely. It is very tiring, and we have much to do.
What's happening?
Time to go.
No, stop this!
Quiet, child.
Help! Help!
I really think you might have warned us. Meg, Calvin, where are you?
Give me a minute, will ya? Remember, I'm bigger than you are. Well, that was quite a trip.
Where's Meg?
I'm right here.
What happened to her?
I'm here.
Mrs. Witch, you haven't left Meg behind, have you?
Margaret.
There you are.
But where is there?
When shall we three meet again? In thunder, lightning, or in rain?
I'm so glad every time we return here. Smell the breeze.
Butterflies?
If you ladies have had your fun, I think you should tell Meg and Calvin a little bit more about this all. You scared Meg half out of her wits, whisking her off here without any warning.
To action, little less, to words inclined. Horace.
Mrs. Who, I wish you'd stop quoting.
But she finds it so difficult to verbalize, Charles dear. It helps her if she can quote instead of working out words on her own.
Besides, the only way to cope with something deadly serious is to try to react a little lightly.
Whoa, 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 where are we?
Ariel, third planet of star Malek, in Spiral Nebular Messer 101.
And that I'm supposed to believe.
As you like.
Okay, well, someone just tell me how we got here. Even traveling at the speed of light, it would take us years and years to get here.
Oh, we don't travel at the speed of anything. We tether, or as you might say, re-wrinkle.
Clear as mud.
You talk of traveling at the speed of light. That, of course, is impractical. Long way round. We have learned to take shortcuts whenever possible.
Sort of like in math?
Like in math. Show them your skirt.
La experiencia es la madre de la ciencia. Spanish, my dears, experience is the mother of knowledge.
You see, if a very small insect were to travel from Mrs. Sue's right hand to that in her left, it would be a very long walk to him to go straight across.
But now, you see, he would be there already, without that long trip.
I see.
I don't.
You're just used to thinking in terms of 3 dimensions.
We travel in the 5th dimension.
The 5th dimension's a tesseract.
In other words, a line is not the shortest distance between 2 points? I got it! Just for a moment. I got it. Calvin, did you get it?
Enough. I think enough to get the idea.
It was a concept your mother and father were working on. Tesseracts.
So my father. Is my father here?
Not here, Meg. Let Mrs. Weston explain. She is young, and the language of words is easier for her.
Is my father all right?
For the moment, love, yes.
But where is he? Please take me to him.
You have to be patient, Meg.
But I'm not patient. I've never been patient.
Show them.
Now?
Now.
I hope it won't upset the children too much.
Oh, I changed too. Oh, these clothes, so fun. Now, transform.
No, you may wait.
Now don't be afraid, my loves.
Watch.
She walks in beauty like the night of cloudless climes and starry skies, and all the best of dark and bright meet in her aspect and her eyes, thus mellowed to that tender light which heaven gaudy day denies.
No, not to me, Calvin, never to me. Stand up.
But what do we call you now?
My dears, you can't go on changing my name each time I metamorphose. And I've had so much pleasure being Mrs. Whatsit, I think I'd better keep it to that.
Mrs. Watson?
Yes, Charles?
It's good to see you.
And you as well.
Carry them.
Climb aboard, children.
Up you go, Charles.
I'm fine.
Be
Hold on
careful.
tight, children.
Look, the mountains are so tall you can't see where they end.
Hold on, Charles.
Are we going up there?
Yes, we are.
The singing, where is it coming from?
From the earth. From the earth and the air and the waters itself.
What's it saying?
It won't go into your words. I couldn't possibly transfer it to your words.
It's beautiful.
Yes, it is. Are you getting any of it, Charles?
A little. I can almost understand it.
But there isn't time. You may slide off now. We've landed.
Landed where? I can't see anything.
We must be on top of the mountain.
Close to.
It's like we're nowhere. Everything's gray.
There is not excellent beauty that hath not some strangeness in the proportion. Francis Bacon. Come, children, not far to go.
Where are we going?
A friend to see, don't be afraid. There's nothing to fear but fear itself. Roosevelt. Or was it Churchill?
There is certainly nothing to fear from the happy medium.
Mrs. Whatsit, you're back to being you.
I'm always and ever just me.
You said the happy medium.
Oh, you'll like her. She is very jolly. If I ever saw her looking upset, I think I'd be very depressed myself. As long as she can laugh, I'm sure everything will come out all right in the end.
Mrs. Whatsit, just because you were very young is no excuse for talking too much.
Oh, sorry, Mrs. Witch. Oh, my. Oh, dear.
Here we are.
Ah, the visitors.
Medium, dear. These are the children. Margaret Murray.
Oh, yes, yes.
Charles Wallace is Murray.
Of course he is.
And Calvin O'Keefe.
In person? So real. Come here, my dear. Delighted. May I get you some ambrosia? No, let me get you some nectar. No, tea. Tea, of course. I'll go get you some. Actually, Medium, we haven't much time. We want them to see their home planet. You want them to see? Oh dear. Why must we look at so many unpleasant things when there's so many delightful things in the world to see?
Unpleasant?
There will no longer be so many pleasant things to look at if responsible people don't do something about the unpleasant ones.
I suppose you're right. Oh well, too bad. Come here, children, and look well.
Look. Stars.
There's your own Milky Way.
And we're getting closer. This planet.
How small is the earth to him who looks from heaven.
It's so clear.
Yes?
I can see polar ice caps.
Yes?
It's
Yes?
It's red.
Medium, dear. That's Mars.
Do I have to?
Now,
There, that's the Earth. See the continents?
Yes, only what's that dark thing around it?
That sort of shadow out there. What is it?
Is it the atmosphere?
no, Meg, you know it is not the atmosphere.
But then, what is it?
Show them the stars. The stars? Oh my.
Whoa. I wish I could see stars this bright at home.
I've never seen so many. It's beautiful.
But the dark thing, it's moving towards them.
Yes.
It's growing.
It's reaching towards the stars.
Yes. The shadow grows, dark and deep and cold. And where the shadows grows, the stars disappear.
I hate it. I hate it.
But what is it?
Hold beyond breath, destroyer of light, fear beyond death, bringer of night.
It is evil. It is the powers of darkness.
Did it just come while we've been gone?
No, Meg, it hasn't just come. This darkness has covered your world for a great many years. That is why your planet is such a troubled one.
What can we do about it?
We will continue to fight.
Oh my! Don't be afraid, my children. All through the universe, it's being fought back. All through the cosmos. And some of our very best fighters have come right from your very own planet. Yes, it's done so well. And it's such a small planet.
Who have our fighters been?
Oh, you must know them, dear.
And the light shineth in the darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not.
Jesus.
Yes, and?
Muhammad, Buddha.
Of course, and many others. Your artists, your inventors, they've all been lights for us to see by.
Like Rembrandt and Shakespeare and...
Da Vinci and Gandhi and MLK.
Now you, Meg.
Madame Curie and Copernicus, I guess. Galileo, but my father.
A light. A great burst of light shoots through the shadows. And where the light touches the darkness disappears. And where the darkness once was, only a gentle shining remains. And through the shining
comes the stars, clear and pure.
No shadow, no fear.
See? It can't be overcome. It's being overcome every day. Oh my.
Poor medium, dear. Worn her out, I think.
Please, Mrs. Whatsit, tell us what happened.
It was a star. A star. Giving up its life in the battle with a thing. It won. Oh yes, my dears, it won. But it lost its life in the winning.
It was not so long ago for you, was it?
I see. You were a star once, weren't you, Mrs. Whatsit? And you did just what that star did?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to tell you. I didn't want to let you know. But oh, I did love so being a star.
You are still very young.
So my father, is he fighting the dark thing too?
Yes, but he is behind the darkness so that even we cannot see him.
And Where is that?
On Camazotz, a planet has given in to the shadow.
Will he lose his life too, like the star?
My child, do not despair. Do you think we would have brought you here if there were no hope?
So what can we do?
Your father needs help.
So let's help him. Let's go to him.
Are you ready?
Of course I am. Please, take me to him.
As you wish. We must travel behind the shadow.
What's going to happen?
Children, do not be frightened.
Stay angry, Meg. You will need all your anger now.
Angry? Why? What's going to happen? Oh. Calvin, are you all right?
I think so.
Did you feel that coldness?
It was like it was trying to get into me, or trying to get me into it.
Is this Camazotz?
Yes.
But this looks just like home. Birches, pines, maples.
And there seems to be a town down there. I can see smokestacks.
We can't stay with you here. You 3 children on your own.
We will be near you, we will be watching you, but you will not be able to see or hear us, and we will not be able to come to you.
Is Father here?
Yes, but we cannot tell you where.
You will need help. For Calvin, a hint. Listen well. By the help of their most potent ministers, and in their most unmitigable range, into a cloven pine within which rift imprisoned he dist painfully remained. Shakespeare, The Tempest, and for you, Charles, I do not know everything, but still many things I understand. Remember, you do not know everything. No words for you, my little blind as a bat, but to you, my glasses. But do not use them except a last resort. Save them for the final moment of peril.
All I am allowed to give you is a talisman. Calvin, your greatest ability is how you can communicate with others so well. So for you, I will strengthen this gift. Use it well.
Miss, what's it? You're afraid for us.
A little.
But if you weren't afraid to do what you did as a star, why should you be afraid for us now?
But I was afraid. Meg, I give you your faults.
My faults?
Your faults.
But I'm always trying to get rid of my faults.
Yes, but I think that you will find that will come in handy on Camazotz. Charles Wallace, the only gift I can give to you is the resilience of childhood.
It is time.
The danger here is greatest for you.
Why?
Because of who you are by far the most vulnerable. Stay with Meg and Calvin. Do not go off on your own. Beware of arrogance and pride, Charles, for they may betray you.
I think I know what you mean about being afraid.
Only a fool is not afraid. Now go.
To all 3 of you, I give my command. Go into the town. Go together. Do not let them separate you. Be strong.
They're gone.
I don't feel them at all.
All right, come on. Let's go.
Welcome to Camazotz. Each house in our town
Each house in our town is exactly alike. Cozy units painted gray.
Each has a small rectangular plot of manicured lawn in front of the house. The flowers all make perfect lines. Pink, blue, pink, blue, pink, blue, pink, blue.
Our neighborhood. Our neighborhood is top of the line. We watch our kids with civic pride. Every day at 3 o'clock, my child plays ball in front of the house. He bounces the ball in perfect time. Bounce down, bounce down.
The street.
The street we live on is perfectly safe. I never lock my door at night. Every day at 3 o'clock, my child skips rope in front of the house. She skips the rope in perfect time. Skip up, skip up. How did they do that?
Let's go back.
Back where?
Anywhere. To the hill, to Mrs. Watson. I don't like this.
Come on, you know we can't go back. Mrs. Witt said to go into the town. We've got to find Father.
What's wrong with them?
Do you know, Charles? Can't you work on them?
I'm trying, but I can't get through anywhere. I can't get in.
Bounce down, skip up.
Pink, blue, pink, blue.
Billy, what are you doing? Get inside, everyone, inside.
Wait.
Charles.
Whose children are you? Children on our block aren't supposed to be out unsupervised.
We're sorry. We didn't know that, ma'am. We're strangers here.
Strangers, what are you doing here?
I think your little boy dropped his ball.
No, that's not his. He didn't. The children in our section never drop balls. They're perfectly trained.
Perfectly.
We haven't had an aberration for 3 years.
3 years.
We didn't want to cause any trouble. We just wanted to. What are you doing on our block anyway? Where are your papers?
Are you examiners?
We were just inspected last month.
No matter. Everybody knows our city has the best central intelligence center on the planet.
That is why we are the capital city of Camazotz. That is why it makes its home here. It?
Where is this central intelligence of yours?
Central intelligence. Just over there. What is it?
Who are you? Show us your papers.
Oh,
Are you supposed to ask questions?
I humbly beg your pardon.
Enjoy your stay. Billy, let's go.
What is it? It's almost like they weren't even doing the talking.
Yeah, and what are they so afraid of? This whole thing stinks.
Come on, let's go find Father. He'll be able to explain this all to us.
Okay, then let's go. They said central intelligence was right over there.
But if Father's in trouble with this planet, isn't that exactly where we shouldn't go?
But we haven't the faintest idea where to look for him. And in my opinion, that's the best place to start. So if you have a better idea, Meg, why, of course, just say so.
Oh, get down off your high horse. Let's go to your old central intelligence and get it over with.
Walk past our quiet streets to busier avenues, bigger buildings, city lights. Come to the pulse of Camazotz, metropolis.
Look.
Across our magnificent square is the largest building on Camazotz, higher than the tallest skyscraper and almost as long as it is high. Welcome to Central Intelligence. Come.
Wait. There's a bad feeling I'm getting coming from there. You and Charles Wallace wait here. I'll go in first and report back to you.
No, Miss Woodson told us not to go off by ourselves.
Charles, she told you not to go off by yourself. I'm the oldest and I should go in first.
No, Calvin, Charles is right. We have to stick together. Let's go.
Upon your arrival, the doors to Central Intelligence slide open just for you, leaving you in an enormous hall of pale, cool green. Please enter.
Nothing to fear.
What?
Nothing to fear but fear itself. I'm quoting like Miss Hughes. I'm terrified.
So am I. Come on. Charles, what is it?
She's trying to get at me. She's trying...
Welcome.
Who, Charles?
I don't know.
Down the hall.
I don't know, but she's trying to get at me. I can feel her.
Let's go back.
Walk down the hall.
No. We must go on. We can't make decisions based on fear.
Down the hall you will find a platform. On the platform, you will find a chair. And on the chair, you will find
me. I've been waiting for you. Hope you've had a pleasant visit so far.
Very educational.
Really? And perhaps you can tell me how it has been educational? Can you tell me? Can you? Can you?
Close your eyes. Don't look at the light or her eyes. She'll hypnotize you.
Oh, clever, aren't you? Focusing your eyes would, of course, help. But there are other ways, my little man. There are other ways.
You try them on me and I shall kick you.
There's no need to fight me. Why should you want to fight someone who is here to help you, to save you trouble, as I do for each of the happy, useful people on this planet? I'm willing to take on all of the messy burdens of thought and decision.
We'll make our own decisions, thank you.
Of course. And our decisions will become one, yours and mine. So much easier that way, don't you think? Let me show you. Let us say our multiplication tables together.
No.
1 times 1 is 1.
Mary,
1 times 2
little
is 2.
its fleece was white as
1
snow,
times 3
and
is 3.
everywhere that Mary went,
1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 5
Born
is
7
5.
years ago, our
1
fathers
times 6
brought
is
forth
6.
a nation conceived in liberty
1
and justice.
times 7 is 7.
Father,
1
where
times 8
is he?
8.
Oh, splendid, splendid. You've passed your preliminary test with flying colors.
Please, ma'am, the only reason we're here is because we think our father's here. Can you tell me where to find him?
It is not if I can, young lady, but if I will.
Will you then?
That depends. Why do you want him?
Why? Because he's my father, and we want to see him right now.
Patience, patience, my young lady. Whether you will see your father or not depends on how much you cooperate.
Why would we trust you?
What reason do you have to distrust me?
Because you aren't you. You aren't what's talking to us. I'm not sure where it's coming from, but it's coming through you. It isn't you.
Very smart, aren't you?
It's not that I'm smart.
Oh, don't be so modest, little man. Try and find out who I am.
I've been trying.
Look into my eyes. Look deep into them. And I will tell you.
If I get in, can I get out again?
Yes, of course. If you want to, that is. And I don't think you will want to.
Charles, don't let me do it.
Or me.
It is only Charles Wallace whose neurological system is complex enough. The young man's capabilities have yet to be explored. Charles, why don't you come in and find out who I am?
If I come in, not to stay, you understand, will you tell us where our father is?
Yes, and that's a promise. And I don't make promises lightly.
Charles, you can't.
I have to, Meg. You know that. I'll try to keep a part of myself out.
But you know you can't trust her. She's stronger than you.
But I have to. For Father's sake. And not just him. It's the dark thing, Meg. We have to do what Miss Witch sent us to do.
Calvin?
Meg, he's right. But we'll be with him no matter what happens.
Okay, let's go.
Charles?
Yes, Meg. What is it?
No.
What's wrong, Meg?
That isn't Charles.
I'm right here, Meg.
No, he's not there anymore. Look at his eyes.
Be sensible, Meg.
Calvin, that isn't Charles. It's only a copy of Charles. Where is he? What have you done with him?
There he is before you, completely well and happy for the first time in his life.
You know that's not him. You've got him somewhere.
Grab him, Meg.
Let go of me, Meg. You know I don't like being grabbed. You're hurting me, Meg. Let go.
No.
Meg, we've been all wrong. This person is our enemy at all. Miss What's-It, Miss Who, and Miss Witch have confused us. They're the ones who are really our enemies.
I don't believe you.
We've misunderstood. We've been fighting our friends and Father's friends. You don't understand what a wonderful place we've come to. All you have to do is look into the eyes of our good friend here, dear sister, and he'll take you in as he's taken all of us in.
Taking you in is right. You've never once in your life called me dear sister.
Hush a minute, Meg. All right, we know you have Charles Wallace hypnotized.
A most primitive way of putting it.
If you're our friend, who are you?
It is not necessary for you to know who I am. I'm the prime coordinator. And that is all you need to know.
Are you going to take us to Mr. Murry?
No.
You promised.
Charles Wallace will conduct you.
Charles Wallace.
Yes. It may as well be now.
Come.
Why did you let him do it?
Let me tell you something about this place. The beautiful planet of Camazotz. On Camazotz, we've conquered all illness, all deformity. We let no one suffer. No one is in pain.
How?
If anyone is sick or hurt, we simply end discomfort by putting them to sleep.
You mean you have them murdered?
Murder is a most primitive word. There is no such thing as murder on Camazotz. It takes care of all such things.
Where are we going?
Up. On Camazotz, we are all happy because we are all alike. Differences create problems. You know this, don't you, dear sister?
No.
Oh, yes, you do. You know that's why you're not happy in school, because you're different.
Oh, I'm different and I'm happy.
Well, you pretend that you aren't different.
Maybe I don't like being different, but I don't want to be like everybody else either.
How sad to be low individual organisms. So messy. Meg, you're supposed to have some mind. Why do you think we have wars at home? Why do you think people get sick or unhappy? Because they all live their separate individual lives. I've been trying to explain to you, in the simplest way possible, that on Camazotz, individuals have been done away with. Camazotz is one mind. It's it.
But what is this it?
Father asked the same question.
Father!
Wait.
What?
He's behind something transparent, like glass. Look, he can't see or hear us.
Oh, Father.
It's like one of those two-way mirrors where we can see in, but he can't see out.
He looks so old.
Yes, he looks a mess, doesn't he?
Charles, that's Father. Father!
So what?
Let me into him, Charles, please.
You must do as I have done and go into it.
No, how am I being a zombie help Father?
Into it.
It wants you, Margaret, and it will have you.
And for thou wast a spirit too delicate to act her earthly abhorred commands. She just confined thee into a cloven pine. Charles.
What?
The witch in the tempest put Ariel inside the cloven pine.
Stop staring at me.
And you're like Ariel, trapped inside the cloven pine. Look at me, Charles. Look at me.
No.
Look at me. Come back to us, Charles. Come back. Come back. I almost did it. I almost got him out.
Calvin, try Father. He's in prison too.
He can't see me, Meg. He can't see me. They're asking too much of us. I don't know what to do.
Miss Who's glasses?
Try them on.
The walls, they're rearranging.
Go through, Meg, go.
Father! Father!
Meg, is that you?
Yes, of course it's me, Father. Can't you see me?
No, Meg. I can't.
But I can see you. Here, try on these glasses.
I'm afraid your glasses won't help, Meg.
They're not mine, they're Miss Who's. Try them on, please. Can you see now?
Yes, I can. Meg, it's really you. And Charles. Meg, that is Charles, isn't it? He's gotten so much older.
He's gone into it, Father. It has him. We have to save him.
Meg, I'm in prison here. I have been for a long time.
Father, these walls, you could get through them with these glasses.
Meg, I'm afraid these walls...
I got through, Father. It worked for me. Try it. We could go through it together.
All right, Meg. Put your hand on my shoulder. Close your eyes, and whatever you do, don't let go.
It's trying to get me.
Hold on.
It is not pleased. It is not pleased at all.
Charles Wallace.
What do you want?
I'm your father, Charles.
Get off it. You're not the boss around here.
I'm your father.
Father, that isn't Charles. Charles isn't like that. Ask Calvin. Calvin.
Make your introductions later. It does not like to be kept waiting.
We can't go to it. You can't take Meg there.
Oh, can't I?
Father, you can't talk to him as if he were Charles. Don't you understand?
I understand, Meg. I just don't know what to do.
But...
Come along. We must go.
Charles, stop. Charles!
All right, let's go, Meg.
Why isn't he doing anything? Why isn't he helping? I thought once he got here, everything would be all right.
It doesn't matter. We have to go.
I don't want to go to 8. I can't go.
We can't just leave Charles Wallace. Mrs. Witch wouldn't like it.
But they betrayed us. They've left us here in this terrible place and abandoned us.
So you're going to sit down and give up? I'm sticking with Charles.
Wait, I didn't mean... Wait!
All minds, one mind. All minds, one mind. It waits, it beats, it calls, it wants you now. Feel the pulse within the room. Let your breath belong to it. Let your lungs belong to it. Let your heart belong to it.
See what's here for you, dear sister?
Charles, please, no!
A brain, a disembodied brain, a brain to think for everyone, a pulse, a breath. Let your mind belong to it.
Don't give in.
I won't. Help Meg.
Control.
Meg, fight it.
I can't!
Meg, remember what Mrs. Watson gave you. Your faults.
My fault? What? Impatience? Stubbornness? Anger?
Give in.
Give in.
No, shut up! Mary had a little lamb. Its fleece was...
Too rhythmic.
We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal.
Exactly what we have on Camazotz. Everyone alike. Complete equality.
No, alike and equal are not the same things at all.
Good girl, Meg. Don't let it think for you. Try something else. The periodic tables. You know them, Meg. Say them.
The periodic
One times one is one. One times
hydrogen,
2 is 2.
Helium.
One
lithium,
times 3 is 3.
beryllium.
One
What's
times
next?
4 is 4. One
chlorine,
times
carbon.
5 is 5.
Tesser,
One
Sir
times
Tesser.
6 is 6.
I don't...
One times
You have to,
7 is
Tesser.
7. One times...
My eyes won't open. My hands won't move. My mouth won't open. I'm so cold, so cold.
Sir, her heart, it's beating so slowly.
But it's beating. She's alive.
Barely, she's as cold as marble.
We couldn't find a heartbeat at all before. It's getting stronger. All we can do is wait.
I can't feel anything. I'm frozen. Why? Where are we?
I don't know, Meg. I don't test her very well. I must have overshot.
It's so gray here. Is this a dark planet?
I don't think so. But I can't be sure. I know so little about anything.
Then you shouldn't have tried to test her here. Where's Charles Wallace?
Look. What are they?
I don't know. Animals?
No, they're intelligent. And they've seen us.
How do you know?
I can just tell.
You've killed us bringing us here.
Actually, I don't think so. How do you do, sir, ma'am? Can you understand me?
Who are you?
We are from Earth. We've had an accident. This girl, Meg, is injured. She's terribly, terribly cold.
Get away from me. Don't come near me. Go away.
Come here, child.
Wait, what are you doing?
I'm healing the child.
How?
We frighten you?
What are you going to do with us?
Sorry. We communicate better with the other one. Who are you?
I'm Calvin O'Keefe.
What is that?
A boy, a young man.
You two are afraid?
I'm not sure.
Tell me, what would you do if we arrived on your planet?
Shoot you, I guess.
Is that what we should do with you?
I'd really rather you didn't. We don't always make the best decisions on our Earth.
Perhaps aren't used to visitors from other planets.
You, oldest man, from where have you come? Now.
From a planet called Camazotz.
I can heal the child, but you must leave us.
No.
The sickness seems to have spread inside as well as out. This little, what is it you call it?
A girl.
This little girl needs prompt and special care. The coldness from the, what is it you call it?
The dark thing.
The dark thing, yes. The dark thing burns unless it's counteracted properly.
Can you save her?
I think so.
Can't I stay with her?
No, we will not be far away.
Then we have no alternative.
Come.
Father, Calvin, I'm so tired.
Then sleep, child, sleep. During the coolness, we sleep.
You're so soft. You must be good. You have to be good.
Are you awake, little one? What a funny tadpole you are. Is the pain gone?
Yes, I'm fine.
No. Be still. Don't exert yourself as yet. The dark thing does not relinquish its victims willingly.
It's so dark here. Don't you have any lights?
What is this light?
I do not know.
We do not know what you mean. The boy Calvin, your father, say is nighttime on our planet. They cannot see. We don't know what this means, to see.
Well, it's what things look like.
Look like?
We don't know what things look like, as you say. We know what things are like. It must be a very limiting thing, this seeing.
Oh, no, it's not at all. Oh, I'm not making any sense, aren't I? Charles Wallace would be able to. Charles Wallace, he's my brother. We've got to save him.
Yes, of course, little one. A meeting is in session right now.
They left him behind.
It's an extraordinary feat to escape from a dark planet. It will not be easy going back through the black thing back to Camazotz.
But we can't just abandon him.
We wouldn't abandon him.
No one said anything about abandoning anyone, but it must be approached with caution. You must wait until you get better. Sit with me a little longer.
What should I call you, please?
Well, now, first, try not to say any words. Just think. Think within your own mind of things you call people. Mother? No, mother's a one name. Father, you have here. No, not brother, nor sister, nor friend, nor teacher. Aunt? Maybe. Yes, that'll do. Oh, you think such odd words about me. Thing? Monster? Monster, what a horrid sort of words. Beast. Yes, that'll do. Aunt Beast.
Aunt Beast? I feel wonderful.
Are you ready to see the boy and your father now?
Yes, please.
Call them.
You may enter now.
Meg. Hey, Meg.
They told me you were all right.
Have you tried calling Miss What's-It?
No, not yet.
But if you haven't thought of anything else, it's the only thing left to do.
Child.
No, we have to ask them for help now. You're just stupid if you think we don't.
Don't judge her harshly. We do not know what kind of spiritual damage the dark thing has done to her.
We are here.
We're not quite materialized. We had to hurry, so there wasn't time. You wanted us?
Miss What's-It? Father left Charles. He left him on Camazotz. Save him. Please save him.
You know we can do nothing on Camazotz.
But we can't do anything. You have to save him.
Meg, I thought you would know that this is not our way.
I'm very honored to meet you. I'm sorry my glasses are broken and I cannot see you very well.
It's not necessary to see us.
If you could teach me more about the Tesser so I can get back to Camazotz.
What then?
I will try to take my child away from it.
You will not succeed.
There is nothing left except to try.
Sorry, cannot allow you.
I can do it. I almost got him away before.
No, Calvin, it is too late for that now. Charles has gone even deeper into it. You cannot be permitted to go and throw yourself in with him, for that is surely what will happen.
Then what are we going to do? Are we just going to throw Charles Wallace away?
Silence, child.
I can't go. You know I can't.
Did anybody ask you to?
No, but I know you want me to go.
We want nothing from you that you can do without grace or that you can do without beauty.
But I do understand.
What do you understand?
I understand that it has to be me. There isn't anybody else. Father's been away for so long that they barely know each other, and Calvin's only known him for such a short time. It has to be me. There isn't anybody else.
No, I will not allow it. I will not allow my daughter to go alone into this danger.
It is the only way.
Do you have the courage to go alone?
No, but it does matter.
Is she strong enough to test her again?
If Witch takes her, she can manage.
If it will help, I can go with her and hold her.
Thank you, Aunt Beast.
No, you know it has to be Meg.
I understand. I just wanted you to know that I would.
Okay, I'm the one to go if anybody goes. Why else did you bring me along? You cannot send Meg.
She's only a child.
Don't you see that you're making something that is already hard for Meg even harder?
Please, if I've got to go, I'd rather just go now and get it over with. It gets harder every minute.
She is right. It is time.
You may say goodbye.
Thank you, Aunt Beast. I know you saved my life. I love you.
And I, you, little one.
Father, I'm sorry.
Sorry for what, Meg?
I tried to make you do it all for me. I tried to pretend it was all your fault because I was afraid.
Meg, don't be afraid to be afraid. We will try to have courage for you. I love you, Meglet.
Come, we will wait your return.
Are you ready?
Are you coming with me, Miss Whatsit?
No, only Mrs. Witch.
The dark thing, it almost got me.
Your father is inexperienced, though worth teaching. We will not let the dark thing get you.
But suppose I don't get Charles Wallace away from it.
Stop. We gave you gifts the last time we took you to Camazotz, and we will not let you go empty-handed this time. To you, Meg, I give my love. Never forget that. My love, always.
What I give to you this time, try to understand, not word for word, but in a flash. Listen well. God has chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise, and God has chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty. May the right prevail.
I cannot hold your hand, child. I have not given you my gift. You have something that it has not. This gift is your only weapon, but you must find it for yourself.
What have I got that it hasn't got? What have I possibly got? It isn't used to being resisted. That's what Father said. Is that what I've got that it hasn't got? No. I'm sure it can resist. It just isn't used to having other people resist. I'm going to Charles Wallace. That's what's important. Father said it was all right to be afraid. Mrs. Who said, I don't really understand what she said, but I think it was to make me not hate being the way I am. And Miss Whatsit said she loved me. That's quite something to be loved by someone like that. What have I got that it hasn't got?
You have nothing that it hasn't got. How nice to have you back, dear sister.
We've been waiting for you.
We knew Mrs. Whatsit would send you. She's our friend, you know.
No, you lie. As long as I can stay angry enough, it can't get me. Is that what I've got that it hasn't got?
You have nothing that it hasn't got.
No, shut up, you thing. You're lying.
You have nothing that it hasn't got.
Nothing.
I hate you. I hate you. I hate you.
Very good. Hate is nothing that it doesn't have. It knows all about hate.
You're lying about Miss Whatsit.
Miss Whatsit hates you.
Mrs. Whatsit loves me. That's what she told me, that she loves me. Mrs. Whatsit. That's what I've got that it doesn't have. I have Mrs. Whatsit's love, and Mother's love, and Father's love, and Aunt Beast's love, and Charles Wallace's love too. The real Charles Wallace. And I love him back. Charles Wallace, you're my baby brother, and you take care of me. I love you. I love you. I love you.
No!
Meg, you saved me.
Charles Wallace.
Meg, you did it. You saved Charles.
Children, where are you? Your father's home.
Coming. Wait.
Do you feel them too?
I do.
Home, sweet home.
It is time.
Oh, my darlings, I'm so sorry we don't have time to say goodbye to you properly. You see, we have to.
But we never learned what it was that Mrs. Whatsit
Mrs. Who?
Or Miss Witch
had to do, for there was a gust of wind, and they were gone.
right, let's hear it one more time. 1, 2, 3, bow. Thank you so much for being here. I always wish that somehow I could tesser you guys back to the first week so you could have seen where we started. Did you feel it? Did you feel the story? Right? What a story you guys told. They really, really have just grown in remarkable and amazing ways. And I wish I could tell you, if I could tell you a story about each one of them, the ones up here and the ones out in the audience who played today. It's really been an honor to work with you all. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming. Enjoy the reception.